Hey everybody, it's me, Frank Garay, here again. A very unique wholesale hot seat today. I'm here with Guy Orlak of Red Tower Funding. He's a hard money lender out of the San Francisco area, but not only is he a hard money lender out of the San Francisco area, he's also a board member of CAM, California Association of Mortgage Brokers, at the state level. So he's got some really neat insights for us about that. And but first, let's get down to business. Okay, Guy?
Right.
Let's go ahead and talk about what you can offer these guys as far
Sure.
as lending is concerned. Now, you're a hard money lender out of San Francisco.
Exactly.
And so, what's the kind of property or the borrower that you're looking for these guys? What would you say?
Okay. So what we do is that we lend money to people that have from 0 credit to up to 620 credit, approximately. All loans are stated income, stated asset. We don't verify anything. The only thing we care about is the value of the property. And that's where we are going to be the most careful. We, as I was mentioning to Frank, that we encourage people to be very clear that the valuation is correct.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's our primary concern.
You were telling me too. It's kind of interesting too, guys. Is that he was telling me that a lot of times people come to him with a potential deal and they come in there with an appraisal, but the property might be a little unique. And whatnot. It might be multi-units or things like that, and they're actually coming in with appraisals that really the appraiser really truly isn't qualified to be even doing that appraisal. Correct?
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest challenges that we are facing in today's market is that everybody wants to have a valuation, but at the end of the day, we need to make sure that that valuation was done properly. Okay, and so I will encourage that when you ask an appraiser to do a valuation for a private or hard money loan, you make sure that he's qualified to do it, that he has the right licensing. For example, a residential appraiser is not qualified to do a land loan.
Right.
Okay, those will be an example. Or a residential appraiser is not qualified to do a commercial appraisal, even if it's a condo building. Okay, so those are the questions that need to be addressed up front so that you and your borrower can get the most of it.
Okay, so let's stay on the business line here before we get to the CAM stuff. So you're looking at what kind of loan to values?
We are looking anywhere from 65 to 70% loan to value. First or second position, interest-only loan, no prepayment penalties, stated.
And rates are going to range from?
On the first position loan, anywhere from 11 to 12.5%, okay, and from a second position loan, from 12.5 to 14%.
Okay, and so best practice for these guys, Guy, would be if they have something that might fit into what you can do, which really they should just get a hold of you first, shouldn't they? Just to help you guide them through it, make sure we got the right appraisal going on. Maybe they can even tell you a little bit about the property beforehand, even waste their time or yours. Or
exactly. I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay.
Run the scenario. We are always happy to pick up the phone and call you back. And the other thing is that in hard money, everything is a negotiation. There's no set guideline like in A paper or Alt A.
Yeah, that's right.
There's principles, and then everything can be done if it makes sense.
Okay, great. Well, that's great. I don't know. I'm impressed with Guy so far. Had a long talk with him out in the conference room while I was eating a burger in front of his face, and he was very gracious to let me do that. But, man, I think if you got a hard money deal, you might want to start with Guy here for sure. So now let's move on to the CAM stuff. And he really impressed me, man. He's like, he is on the board of the California Association of Mortgage Brokers at the state level. And he really enlightened me to the fact that, this whole thing with HR 3915, really that CAM was more influential on what's going on as far as saving our butts more than even NAM was, huh?
Exactly. I was yesterday actually at a state board meeting that we have regularly, and I was speaking with a government affair person, chair, and that government affair chair is meeting with Dianne Feinstein on Sunday at her home, in I believe in San Francisco, and in addition to that, at the federal level, this gentleman is in Washington every week to deal with all the legislature out there, to tell them what we are and what we stand for.
Right.
We need to understand that not only California loan officers are usually more qualified than any other loan officer in the country. Okay, but at the same time, we need also to be aware that HR bill was going to cut the yield spread premium.
Right.
The reason the yield spread premium is back and is going to be available to loan officer is because of CAM and not of NAM. We have the right person and the right lobbyists that are able to communicate appropriately with the federal official and with the legislature.
Wow.
And that's really important.
That is. That's so important. And, he's really inspired me. It's like, I want to go be part of CAM right now. I mean, I want to join. I want to, go to the meetings or whatever. You would encourage that, wouldn't you, for all of us to do?
I will encourage you to join CAM if you want. Okay. I think it's a great thing. There's a lot of things to learn. Okay. But not only that, also to, if you don't, for whatever reason, feel that you should, at least consider making a contribution to the Political Action Committee, because that is the money that is going to protect your income, not only today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Wow.
And if I may add one more thing, in addition to that bill, HR 3915, I believe, yes, there is other things coming on. Now, we are at the fight at the House. Then there is going to be the Senate. Okay. Then maybe the president will decide to sign it or not. All of that going to happen in the next 6 months to a year. So all of us need to be aware and be engaged for the next 6 months to a year. But in addition to that, RESPA reform are going to come. We cannot ignore that. Even if there is a new bill that we feel comfortable with, we need to make sure that we are still engaged so that the RESPA reform are not going to cut the yield spread premium out, or it's not going to make rules that we cannot benefit from or we cannot work with.
And so CAM would be instrumental in making sure that those things were taking place with RESPA also, and so our contributions go toward that that as well, or our participation, whatever that might be.
Completely. I think that we need to all be engaged, not just for it's for everybody, it's for all of us to understand what's going to be beneficial. Change where needed, and they will happen, but they need to be positive change for all of us. And what CAM is fighting for is to provide the right framework for this change to happen.
Okay, fantastic. We're all out of time here, but man, what a great hot seat, huh? Hey, give Guy a call, send him some loans. You're a hard money guy, and also pick his brain about CAM and any of these bills and things that are going on. Man, he's just a great resource for you guys. So, hey, I want to thank you very much, Guy.
Thanks, Frank, for having me.
You bet. We'll fix that mic here real quick. You guys enjoy. Give Guy a call. Have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye. Thank you.